What the hell is going on here?
When Red Dead Redemption 2 first came out, I couldn't appreciate it in its entirety. I recognized it had characters with a lot of depth, a near-perfect prequel story, fun gameplay, and a world absolutely brimming with things to do, but I couldn't get over one thing. The game felt slow.
Howdy.
And that wasn't a problem with the game. That was a problem with me. I was feeling burned out on games that felt more like movies, even when the stories were great. I like my movies slow and talky, and my games fast and immediate. So when Red Dead 2 kept nudging me to slow down, soak in the details, admire the atmosphere, or whatever, I took issue. It felt indulgent, like the game was forcing me to move as slow as the physics engine would allow for the sake of immersion. I felt like I was trudging through molasses, and that the game was 50% riding the horsey. I wanted to get to my destination so I could start shooting bad guys again. I think I wanted Red Dead 1, but bigger. In that game, most of the missions end with you firing into a horde of enemies. But Red Dead 2 spaces out those shootouts so they actually have more weight and higher stakes when they happen. And in between the gunfights, you're riding with characters, talking with them, robbing NPCs, tracking animals, doing all these little things that fleshed out the world and the relationships within it. Like, this mission with John is so pivotal in understanding his journey to Red Dead 1, and it really pays off his return to being a gunfighter again. But here's the gameplay. So yeah, this undeniable masterpiece was basically wasted on my smooth brain. That is, until recently. My desire for quick gameplay with as little talking as possible made me stay away from most RPGs. And the few I did like had some kind of dumb guy appeal.
Andrews, what are you just standing there for?
I skipped through a lot of the dialogue or just half paid attention. One franchise I never understood the hype around was Fallout. I didn't get how people loved what felt like a glorified yapping simulator. I tried New Vegas back in the day and I never even made it out of Good Springs. But after enjoying the TV adaptation, I decided to give New Vegas another shot. Only this time, I forced myself to actually embrace what the game was and attempt to see what people loved about it, despite my RPG prejudice. Fallout New Vegas ended up being one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had.
Really?
I was just having so much fun, even when the game would constantly crash on me. I knew on some level I would like the game if I gave it a chance, but what I was surprised by was how much I enjoyed the aspect I was dreading most: talking to characters, reading terminals, listening to voice logs, uncovering the mysteries of the vaults and what their histories were.
Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living.
In the past, I always saw these things as slogs that would slow the core gameplay down, but now I see the appeal.
And you're going to die of failure.
No, I have 80 speech.
Are you shitting me?
And for the first time, I really did slow down. Took my time. It thoroughly fleshed out and built the world around me in a way I'd never experienced before. So much of how I played video games up until that point was like marking off a checklist, so I could get to the credits and move on to the next game. I so rarely savored and just hung out.
We won't go quietly.
I spent around 40 hours organically bumping into new side quests before I took on the Battle of Hoover Dam, and the first thing I did afterwards was roll a new character. I'm still learning and finding new things in this game to enjoy. With my newfound admiration for slowing down and smelling the roses, I picked up Red Dead 2 again and decided to crawl through it at a snail's pace. Never has a game captured my affinity for digital splendor like this one has.
This is God. Not the proof, but the thing. Not his work, but him. Wonderment is our morphine, I suppose.
What I realize now is Red Dead 2 is actually a cozy game, disguised as a cowboy skin Grand Theft Auto. Even the story and characters I already enjoyed had only been enriched with spending more time with them. catching as many non-cutscene dialogues as humanly possible.
Oh, Stinky Feet Morgan, save me.
You know, I don't like your attitude.
Well, okay then.
Ah, damn right it's okay.
Get lost, Bill.
Half shit.
I never went fishing with Javier and got this little conversation about Colm and Dutch.
Way back in the day, Colm O'Driscoll and Dutch were sort of friends.
Friends?
Well, not friends, but they had an understanding. Then Colm's mean streak got meaner, and Dutch wanted to try to live a different way.
And now, here we are.
There's so many exchanges you can miss if you're not spending time with the gang.
What's wrong with you, Mr. Morgan?
How'd you mean?
You're stuck in camp all the time. You used to be such a man of action.
Well, I'm sorry.
And a lot of the dialogue is contingent on the player's behavior.
I need you to stop being so goddamn crazy. I really hope this new garb of yours isn't a permanent fixture.
Looks like a good book there.
Oh, where have you been, big man?
Out and about, you know.
I missed you, son. You find anything interesting?
It's strange country out there.
That it is.
You may not get those varied branching paths like you do in an RPG like Fallout, but Red Dead 2 provides just enough variation that the main story doesn't change too much, but enough for you to go back and see how things would be different.
$20 ain't no chicken feed, but sure, I can help you out.
That's very kind.
Like, if you enter the last mission as Arthur with low honor, you get a different conversation with Sadie that reveals a story about Dutch from the past.
I remember one time, years ago, he let fly at me for robbing this house, saying that man was too poor. How taken from him was no different from the system we was fighting against.
Low honor Arthur's focused on getting the money, like a man who's not on his last leg.
Abigail knows where the money's hidden. If we can get to her in time, we might be able to get to it before they do.
It's as if he's in denial about his sickness, and he selfishly sees a way out for himself rather than focusing on just helping Abigail and Jack. And it's the tiny details like this sprinkled throughout the game that make it so replayable. These are the kinds of things that went over my head initially, and instead I was upset about it taking so long to open cupboards or having to go to my horse to switch guns. I didn't notice the little things like how great of an artist Arthur is and how shit John is by comparison. Those little things that make each character so unique and real. Every actor in this game is worthy of an award.
You know, nothing means more to me than this gang, the bond we share. It's the most real thing to me. I would kill for it, I would happily die for it. But in spite of all of that, I would have easily left you here to rot if Charles hadn't stopped me.
I don't believe a word of that, Arthur.
Get him out of here.
You're a great man, Arthur Morgan. The kind of young whippersnapper can really admire.
Oh, shut up.
You should have got Asuka.
Roger Clark's performance as Arthur is a masterclass. He's up there with fictional characters like Tony Soprano or Jimmy McGill, and his ability to nail those intense emotional scenes while also just being funny and charismatic.
How do you know I ain't just looking for a good place to drown you?
Because I saved your life, Arthur.
You keep saying that, but I save your life every day I don't kill you. So we are more than even on that front.
Come on, you don't mean that.
You better believe I mean it.
Every character feels like a real person. You get to see all their subtleties, the way they talk, their gestures. Quentin Tarantino has stated several times that Rio Bravo is one of his favorite movies for various reasons, but mainly,
it's one of the great hangout movies. There are certain movies that you hang out with the characters so much that they actually become your friends.
And Red Dead 2 is the evolution of that. You're hanging out with the Vanderlyn gang, and in an interactive way that a movie or TV show just couldn't let you.
Charles?
How are those fire arrows?
Good, thank you. What are these? You ain't going nowhere yet, old friend.
Well, I'm ready.
Don't talk like that.
It utilizes its entire canvas and emphasizes what makes video games as a medium so special.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says waiting till the taters is done.
Like if you don't upgrade or donate food to the camp, when people eat the stew, they're disgusted.
I won't even ask what's in this.
I used to fast travel a lot, and now I hardly ever fast travel. It's only if I'm trying to do something very specific. It's just a nice convenience. I don't want to miss out on any random encounters, the side quests that may pop up on the map, an opportunity to hunt a legendary animal, or just take in that scenery with the accompanying music that puts Breath of the Wild to shame. Before, I wanted more missions to be like the prison break in Strawberry, but now some of my favorite missions are ones where you don't really shoot at anybody at all.
Okay, I think we need to head right up here.
Like in early Chapter 2 where you ride with Hosea, you go buy a horse, you go camping, and you track a bear. That's one of the best missions of the whole game, and I used to loathe missions like that. In my initial video, I think I was too focused on there not being enough branching paths, but that detracted from the genius of the subtext. Like this conversation with Mary's brother, where Arthur berates him for being such a fool to join up with a cult taking advantage of his vulnerabilities.
Please tell me you didn't give them any money.
Of course I did. They rely on charitable donations.
Jesus, Jamie, come on.
I got news for you, bro. You're not much different.
I'm going forward. Because going forward makes me an angel of God and not no monkey.
Whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice.
I never paid attention enough to attempt these fetch quests like Dutch's Pipe or Jack's Storybook. What I love about them is you just have to listen to the characters at opportune moments and do some exploring to get the items.
If I had some burdock root, just a couple, I could knock up a poultice, could keep them well, and cure some ailments.
Burdock root?
Yes, that works best.
Like this little town of Pleasance, there's nothing much to do here other than pick up 2 collectibles in the schoolhouse, but the real reward is uncovering the indirect storytelling of those locations. You don't always get a definite answer, but places like that stick with you. You don't have to discover the mysteries of what happened, but I wanted to. Or this guy that died on the shore. You read his letter and learn it's written for Bonnie McFarlane. Yeah, the Bonnie McFarlane from Red Dead 1, I totally missed this. But again, back then, I was not looking and reading through letters.
I can read it right, I just don't like to read it right.
I miss these moments of foreshadowing that absolutely wreck me.
When I die, I just want to be buried with friends.
Me too. With friends or with family. I don't think it matters more than that.
What about you, Arthur?
Me? I don't care about that nonsense.
Come on.
Face me to the west so I can watch the setting sun and remember all the fine times we had that way.
See, Tilly? I told you Arthur had a soul.
There ain't no way Dutch is gonna just hide away in a cave somewhere. Goes against everything he stands for.
If I was to kill Miss Grimshaw, would Dutch be mad?
I think, as a general rule, Dutch likes to avoid murder within the camp. I mean, there was that one time, but he was a traitor. But Miss Grimshaw, well, Dutch has a soft spot for her.
I thought as much.
Oh, you're more than that, Dutch. You're... Well, you're amazing.
You are the creepiest man I know.
On my first playthrough, I mostly just stuck to the main quest and a few side missions here and there, but I didn't realize by Chapter 2 you can cover pretty much the entire map. No sectioned off areas like I was used to in early Grand Theft Auto missions. I was completing tasks and taking bounties in Saint Denis in Chapter 2, and I didn't even realize you could do that.
Dumbass! What do you think this is,
1785?
Or how about the fact that people have logged thousands of hours on this game and are still discovering things? Hey, I know that song.
The keyhole in the door. Nice.
Red Dead 2, in a lot of ways, is a touching grass simulator that allows you to just relax and enjoy it all before it all goes belly up. And ultimately, isn't that just the best takeaway in dealing with the human condition? Enjoying what's in front of you now, and not worrying what might happen in the future, or lamenting what happened in the past?
Come here. There ain't so many good men out there. Make yourself one of the good ones.
There's a lot of ugly in this world, but sure as hell is a lot of beauty.
Yes.
I couldn't have been more wrong about Red Dead 2's replayability, because it truly is infinite, and time has only proven this game to be even more of a piece of art that needs to be treasured. It's one of the greatest games ever made, and I think it always will be. What I'm most excited about is all the games I now want to play given my new perspective New Vegas ushered in for me. It's like rediscovering my love for video games all over again. Sometimes games just find you at the wrong time, which is why it's important to give them another chance. Unless it's Kingdom Hearts. Yuck.
Okay, I'll catch you later then.